Hello, world. Welcome to the OG TYE Podcast. This is your host, Tyrone Dawson. Today is Wednesday, December the 13th, 2023. And the time right now is 4:18. I just want to kick it with you guys just to see what's going on, give you an update on what's going on in the trucking world. This month has been crazy, guys. When I say crazy, freight is outrageous right now. I don't know what's going on, but we are short of drivers, and we definitely need help out here in the trucking world. I'm located right now in Massachusetts. I have 3 loads that I have to complete this morning, today. And on top of that, I got another 3 loads for the next day. So basically, we have a 14-hour day. We can drive for 11 hours. We take a break within 8 hours. So this whole day, I have 14 hours to run. But I only have 11 hours to drive. Does that make sense to you guys? I'm going to repeat it once again. In the trucking world, we have a clock. Once you start your clock, you have a 14-hour day. Once you start driving your truck, you have 11 hours to drive. Regardless of where you have to go, you have 11 hours to get this done. But in that 11 hours, you have 14 hours to do what you got to do. Stop, take a shower, eat dinner. I usually go to Walmart to get out my truck for about an hour and a half, go around, shop, just to get the vibe of the city. I listen to what people are saying in these cities. That gives me a familiar situation on how they speak, how they act, and that's very entertaining. So, I will go to Walmart, just say I'm in Maine. I will go to Walmart and just walk around and listen to the vibe and see, how people operate, how they move. If you go down to Jersey, things are super fast. It's a lot of Latinos down there, and they shop a lot. So when they in there, they active, they moving, it's a good situation. But if you go up to Maine, everything is a little slower. People walking around like they on medication. They walking around looking at you, seeing if you going to steal something. And it's just a slow time zone up there. Then, if you go somewhere like Baltimore or maybe D.C. Walmart, it's a hype. It's live. People, you could feel the energy that people are out living in these cities. But if you go out in these suburbs, people are comfortable and they are stuck in their ways. So I get an excitement out of going to different cities and heading to Walmart. Now, if it's a Friday night, usually clean myself up, shower, shave, put some clothes on, and I will go out to somewhere like Applebee's or Red Lobsters or somewhere just so I can sit down to get that vibe on a home-cooked meal. I usually do this every Friday. I go to Walmart probably twice a week. That's my little routine when I'm on the road. I'm on the road usually 3 to 4 weeks out of a month, depending on how busy it is and how slow it is. If it's busy, I'm not leaving no money on the table. I'm out getting all what deserves and is mine. So, guys, if you see me out on the road and I'm pumping, and you may see me in your city and I got my truck driver look, just remember, I'm on the grind. I'm not worrying about what nobody's think about me. Sometimes my hair be all over the place. I haven't shaved, but I do take a shower every day. So I take my shower, I freshen up, and I get my day started. Remember, guys, truck drivers, we have what we call truck stops. And at these truck stops, we have showers. When you go in a truck stop, it may be 15 rooms with a shower head. So if you go early in the morning, like right now, it's 4:23 a.m. So I'm heading to a truck stop to get my shower in. That usually take about an hour to get myself together. Now, once I take my shower, I usually go pick up whatever load I have for that moment. So when I go pick up my load, once I get locked and secure with the load, I will go and find a place to find some food, a hot meal. Usually, because you out on the road, things are a little expensive. So if you go to a restaurant, just say at a truck stop, maybe at Applebee's, and depending on what city you in, it's a little bit more expensive. So usually when I go sit down, it's about $27 to eat good. And if I really want to get busy, and if I'm hungry and I really want to just sit down and pig out, usually I go to a Golden Corral. That's about $17, $18 on the road. But you eat good. But sometimes you want to eat good. There's no Golden Corral, but there's a sit-down spot. Usually you're going to spend about $21 for the meal, and then you have to tip the server. It's very expensive out here these days, especially being a truck driver. You know, it's like they programmed where we have to go to certain spots to spend money. And sometimes I be looking like, dude, I just spent $30 on what? And that's in the morning or in the evening or whatever time, you know what I'm saying? But I usually go to Walmart. I spend around $110. I get all my favorite items for the week. I usually get tuna fish in a can. I get peanut butter. I get bread. I get the creamy peanut butter. I get a loaf of bread. I usually get my favorite cookies. Sometimes I get the chocolate chip chewy ones so I can put them in a microwave, heat them up. And then I get 20 pack of water. Well, some cities got 24. Some cities got 26 packs of waters. So I get my waters. And then also, if I want a sweet drink, I usually buy them little $1.99 things that you could put in your water. They got like ginger ale, orange. You just put 2 of them in your water. You shake them up. You put them in the freezer. Best drinks you could ever have. So I spent about $110, $15 for that week. That's so I can load my truck up with goods. I put all the goods in my freezer. I make sure I get peanut butter, bread, protein. I get a lot of protein. I get a lot of, I make tuna fish sandwiches. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I just eat it out the can where I pour the juice out, put hot sauce in, a little bit of salt and pepper. You know what I'm saying? I eat about 2 cans of them, and I could float all day without being hungry once I eat that tuna fish. So, God, you got to find out what your body like. And my body, sometimes I want to pig out. Sometimes I want to eat healthy. It really depends on how I feel. So, as I get my weekly supplies on food, napkins, paper towels, hand sanitizer, all the good stuff just to keep me going for the week. I get, microwave items like the little, ravioli and stuff like that you could just throw in the microwave, pour the top back, put it in the microwave. I put 2 of those together. I may add 2 pieces of cheese on top of it. I stir it up real good. Good meal. I always get me a bag of chips. I like plain potato chips. Usually I eat the what is it called? Lay's. I don't like none of that barbecue. I just like plain chips, and I eat one chip at a time. I don't know why I do that, but it's more satisfying when I just eat one chip at a time instead of stuffing a rack of chips in your mouth. I'm not like that. I like one chip at a time so I can taste the flavor. I usually add my little ravioli or whatever, pop it in the microwave, get my bag of chips. I add ginger ale to my water. I add 2 packs of ginger ale to my water. And usually, that's when I want to save money. Now, sometimes I want to spend money. And this is when I go out to these restaurants. I may eat 3 times a day at a restaurant. $30 in the morning, $30 in the evening, $30. That's when I'm sometimes I be on a spending spree. And I'll be watching my account, and I'll be like, boy, slow down. What? I just spent this amount of money and don't even know where it went. Then that's when I get on my conscious behavior, and then I go to Walmart and I try to spend less for the week. But guys, it gets very expensive out here in the trucking world. But you make the money. I ain't gonna lie. You make the money. But you put in, or what I say, you get what you put in. So if you come out on the road and you want to sleep all day and don't take loads, and when you look at your paycheck and wondering why you're not making money, you get what you put in. Some days I run my whole 11-hour clock out from beginning to end. I just run all day. And usually if you keep that clock every day and running, you're going to make some good money out here. The money is out here. You just got to go get it. Because this is not a pay by the hour job. You get paid by the mile. You get paid by the loads. You get a percentage. It's different ways of you getting paid. All loads are not the same. So once you see on that load board and you see all roads, some are paid not hourly, by the miles, and some is paid by the percentage. But once you throw all of that money in the basket at the end of the week, you look up, you done made a bundle. And sometimes you done made more than what you expected. So I don't really look at it. I just get the load, I run, and at the end of the week, I make sure all of my loads are in order, positioned, sent off, so I can get paid. And at the end of the week, I count every load that I did, make sure everything is right, and you look up, you got a bag. So like I said, you get what you put in this business. If you put 10%, you're going to receive 10%. If you put 100%, you're going to get 100%. And this is a very fulfilling job, because when you wake up in the daytime all the way to the nighttime, that's an 11-hour drive. You could drive 4 hours, you could drive 6 hours, you could drive the whole 11 hours. It depends on you and your stamina. Every day you're not going to feel good where you can drive 11 hours a day every day. No. Some days you're going to get on the road, you can't drive but nothing but 2 hours because your body is exhausted. Or you may have, caught a cold and your body is not as strong as it is. But usually when my body is weak, I usually drive 2 hours, I sleep 2 hours, I drive 2 hours, I sleep 2 hours. These are my worst days. Now my good days, I wake up, I'm in top shape, I'm healthy. I'll drive my whole 11 straight, and I'll be wanting to drive more. So every day is different. And I realized, being in this trucking business, how my body operates. So now I understand how my body's work. And it's crazy because I know when I'm able to do a whole full 11-hour drive. And I know I'm not going to be able to do nothing but a 4-hour drive for today. But the law says if you are sleepy and you cannot operate that truck, pull over. So you can pull over all day, 3 days, and nobody can say nothing to you because the law says if you are sleepy, shut your truck down. So no one forces you to get these loads to the next shipment. Now, what they will do is call a power up or recharge. And what that means is, say like if I picked up a load in Maine and I'm tired, I say, bro, I can't make it to Jersey today, regardless. So what you do is you send in a macro 22. What a macro 22 is I'm running late or I cannot deliver the load on time. Now, they would do two options. Either they will reschedule the load, or if this is a high volume load, they would get someone to power that load. And what power that load is, that is another driver will meet you wherever you are. They will bring you a new trailer with no items in it, give you that trailer, and he will take that loaded trailer and proceed to the final destination. So did you understand what I mean? So it's called powered up. So if this is a real high power load, and usually that comes from Amazon, because Amazon want their stuff on time every time. And I really don't like doing drops and delivery for Amazon because their team will call you every 5 minutes. Are you at this location? Because they have a computer where they can track where you are, what time you should be at this location. And Amazon will definitely make sure at any time they will call you, make sure you are at this point. So if you are falling behind, they will either get a UPS driver to come get that load, or they would get an Amazon driver to come get that load. So Amazon is very strict on time. So if you do take an Amazon load, make sure you deliver that load on time, because if you do not complete that load contract, they will not pay you. So some of these big corporations are really strict when it comes to delivery. Now, Walmart, they're pretty reasonable. You know what I'm saying? They give you like a window time. They usually give you like a day or two. You know what I'm saying? If you deliver a load for Walmart, they usually give you 24 hours to deliver it. So that'll give you time to get some rest. But Amazon, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. You got to be really strict as a driver. You got to be really focused out there to work for Amazon and keep a job with Amazon, because they want those packages delivered. See, I don't work for Amazon. I work for Swift. And Swift is the largest trucking company out on the road. We have all the contracts from A to Z, the little contracts, the big contracts. We have all the contracts. And other drivers hate on us. We have so many drivers. We got so much load that we are blocking other companies from eating. So they hate on us. When they come, they try to pick, you know what I'm saying? Pick little arguments while you pumping your gas. They want to talk about they make this. We know who make the money out here. Everybody knows Swift got all the money. But they want to compare yourself. Blah, 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 blah. I don't even entertain it because I know what I'm out here doing. You know what I'm saying? But Swift has put a lot of companies out of business because when the pandemic came, Swift like strong armed the whole industry and put it in a chokehold. So nobody was able to take no loads. because people was not showing up for work. They didn't have enough drivers because of the pandemic. But Swift, we got so many drivers. Even if half of our drivers took off, half of them still was working like myself. And I made so much money. Let me tell you guys. I was so happy that the roads was clear. I was on the road every day, just like, I wish it could be like this every day. No traffic. You get to a destination, it was no one on the road. Pandemic. But the only thing I was scared about was risking my health, because I didn't know what to expect, because a lot of people was out here dying. That's the only scare that I had. But the money was good, and I ain't think twice about it. I gave it all I had, and that was a history in the moment. I still remember when it first hit, when they said the coronavirus. I didn't know what. I thought we was under attack. Like, what I'm saying? People were spraying stuff in your face and killing you. I didn't know what to expect. So one day I watched the news, and they was explaining to us that the coronavirus is this virus that came from, I guess, China, and it started at the at the airport, and people was taking it out into the world, and people, because I didn't understand what was going on. But when I started seeing people and the roads was clear, I knew it was different. Now, they still owe me hazard pay, because for me putting myself out there in the pandemic era, they offered us hazard pay. They supposed to pay us like $15,000 to $25,000, but I don't even know what happened for drivers who were putting themselves out in risk. I never received my hazard pay. Maybe I gotta look into it. Maybe I got a $20,000 check waiting for me. But they kept promising us because we were, what is it? I forgot what they called it. The people who, essential workers, I think that's what they called it. And a lot of nurses and stuff like that were getting their money, but the truck drivers, we did not receive our money. So I don't know what's going on out here, folks. But that was a time of history. I remember that like, it was yesterday, and I will always remember that time, because people was dying left and right. I mean, New Yorkers was dropping like flies. It was just a scary moment. And at that time, I was up New York like every day. All these corporate people just falling out of nowhere and just dying. Then, you know what I'm saying? You think about it, your family members, that was a scary situation. I wouldn't wish that on nobody. But, once the coronavirus was over, the trucking business was slow. We still had freight, but the prices that they were offering us to take those freights was just enough to get the freight there and back. Put fuel in your truck, put a couple of dollars in your pocket, and that was it. The gas prices was like $6 a gallon. Just imagine, you could fill your truck up with $600. Imagine you could now at $6 a gallon, it takes $1,000 to $1,200 to fill your truck up. So prices of the fuel was double, freight was down, and we went through this for about a year and a half after the coronavirus situation. So if you didn't have money put to the side for this situation, either you would have got out the trucking business, or if your company was at risk, a lot of people were put out of business in the trucking industry. But luckily, I work for a big corporation. They make sure we ate good. So that's the blessing of working with these big corporations like Swift, Knight, Prime, because they have longevity contracts. And the first people they're going to feed are their drivers. We were putting so many small companies out of business because of the gas prices. They couldn't afford to keep up. So that pandemic situation, it was a lot going on. But I just want to thank God that, I was with a corporation that kept us moving, kept us fed, and kept them wheels rolling. So let's thank God for that. So also, like I was saying, once you get out on this road, you start making good money. You're going to make money that you never seen before. And you're going to feed your fetish, whatever fetish you have. You're going to feed that fetish because now you having money coming in, so you can supply that demand, that fetish that you have. So guys, once you feed that fetish, I don't know what that fetish is. A lot of people got drinking problems, drug problems, sex problems. People just like spending all their money at once problem. Once you get over that fetish, start saving your money. Because this trucking industry is a longevity career. You can be a trucker for 30 years. So if you get in this trucking industry and you do the right thing with your money, and in 30 years, you'll be well off. But if you feed in that fetish, whatever habit that you have, with the money that you're making as a trucker, you're going to make someone else rich. Even if it's the drug man, if it's the alcohol man, if it's the shoe man, if it's the clothes man, if it's Amazon, because Amazon take a lot of my money, you're going to make these other companies rich. But once you get past that fetish and you realize I need to invest in my future, if you do this the right way, guys, you can become a millionaire and more. And a lot of people get in this industry and the first 3 years is the hardest. I mean, the hardest situation of your life because it's new to you. Think about it. You get it. If you go to a gym and you start lifting weights and you put that 25 pound on each end of those weights and you start lifting, and it's hard, you're like, oh my God. But you look next to you, this guy got 3 25 pounds on one side. So he got 3 on one side and 3 on the other. And he can do those reps with no problem. Same way with the trucking industry. You start with the 25 pounds. And 1 to 2 years, you go up to 25 pounds on each side. And each year you get stronger and stronger and stronger. And before you know it, it becomes part of your nature. So when you first get in this industry, oh my God, people quit, they leave, they be on the other side of the country, they get spooked out, they get homesick, and they call for a plane ticket wherever they at because it's frightening. You on the other side of the country, and you got to defend for yourself because ain't nobody out here going to help you out with food, money, or nothing. It gets frightening, cold at night, hot at night. You got to be a real soldier to be out here in this trucking field. And you got to really want something different in your life to put up with this. But after 1, 2, 3 years, God, it's like lifting those weights. I'm past the 25. I'm past the 225. I could do 225, 15 pounds, 15 times with nothing. Now I'm putting extra weight on each side, and it's nothing. Now you want more. You like, where the rest of the weights? This is how trucking is. Once you overcome that little pain and that fearness, you become a warrior. You become animated. You looking at other drivers like I'm better than you. You looking at other drivers like I know I got more miles in my career than you. Think about it. A lot of people come in their first 6 months. That lets them know this ain't for me. They out. Anyone who's over 6 months, they have a little bit of I can do this mind state. I'm a 1,000,000-mile driver. What that means, Tyrone, 1,000,000, what are you talking about? I have been on the road and I have drove 1,000,000 miles, state to state, city to city, cross country. I am 1,000,000 miles. They had to come to me with an opportunity that I couldn't resist. They had to put me on the A team with the big dogs. Why? Because I fought for this position. Why? Because I never gave up when it was hot outside. Why? I never gave up when it's 0 degrees outside. So when they see you putting up numbers at 500,000, they start calling me with all types of lows or whatever with percentages, miles. My mile rate went up 3 times. They start giving you lows on top of lows because they know you're going to get the job done. I'm putting all that in one basket. I'm just putting it in. Guys, you got to remember, I started with nothing. Think about it. So all of this money that's in my basket, that's just extra. When I started with the mind state of I'm broke. I had money in the bank, yeah. But I didn't use none of that money when I got in the trucking industry. I went in the trucking industry with 0 mind state, 0 money. I went in like I'm starting from the bottom. When I first got in the trucking industry, I was buying peanut butter with bread all week. Tuna, the 99-cent canned tuners. I would load up 5, 10 of them with my peanut butter and bread. And as I'm going down from Washington, D.C. to California, I'm just eating on tuna all week. I'm eating on them peanut butter breads with the water. So I got my protein. And I'm riding down there. And then it gets to a point where you're like, nigga, you got money now. You got money in the bank. Go enjoy yours. And then this is where the tacos start coming in. You in California, they got $5 tacos, $20 tacos, $30. So I'm going to all of these restaurants in California. I'm spending $30 on a taco platter. The best food, oh my goodness. Taco platter with the taco. You got a large taco, a medium taco, a small taco. Then you got 4 more tacos on the side. I was going crazy with tacos. I'm spending $30, $60, $90 a day on tacos. Morning, noon, and night. Taco breakfast, taco lunch, taco dinner. I was going crazy. See, that's when you start getting a little bit of money in the bank. You start splurging. I forgot all about my tuna fish sandwiches and my peanut butter bread. Once my account had 000, I was like, ho. And remember, I don't really go out no more, so I don't got to spend my money on shopping. Now, this was the first year. Now, the second year, you got money in the bank and you got money coming in every week. You like, hold up. That's when I start buying clothes. Amazon shopping. I've been doing this 7 years now, guys. 7 years straight. I work 3 weeks out of a month and I go home for less than 5 days and I'm ready to go back on the road. I don't leave no money on the table. That's one thing you can know about me. I'm not leaving no money on the table. Every time I'm at home, I'm spending money, living money, partying, drinking. I'm like, dude, I'm dishing out money. If I'm on the road, I'm bringing in money. It doesn't make sense to me. Make it make sense. So now I'm in these other states. I'm going to the mall because, like I said, I want to see the vibe of people in different states. I want to hear that lingo. I want to hear them accents. I go to different places, shopping. Look, some places are cheaper. Some places are more expensive. You know what I'm saying? You go to like them little small towns, they be cheap. And you be like, what? You want this? You know what I'm saying? They just want your business. They ain't trying to rate. But you go to like these big cities like New York, especially up Broadway. I went shopping up Broadway over there by, what's his name? Dapper Dan. I'm like, bruh, first of all, this ain't even my style of fashion. And y'all want $700 for some shoes? Come on, bruh. But, you know, I'm going to go ahead and support people. But, you know, I ain't buy them $700 shoes, though. But I support it, though. But that's how it is when you start and you got to remember this every year. You bringing in money every year. You put money to the side in the bank every year. You bringing in money. You putting in money in the side to the bank. So now you like, bro, what else to buy? What else can I buy? You done ate at every fucking state, city. You know what every city food tastes like. So you like, now what else is to buy? And that's where I'm at now. What else to buy? I done bought everything. Now I think I'm about to start buying old school cars and fixing them up. I think I'm about to start buying them like 1970 Chevelles. And, you know, I'm going to start working on them projects to build, you know, like them old schools up and put some Forgiato rims. You know, them big dump cars. You know, I had a Cadillac that I built up. And I mean, geez, this Cadillac shut the whole city down. And I ain't even try. I just do 10 rims on it. You know what I'm saying? Kept it clean. I mean, bruh, this Cadillac I had so many bras. It was a burgundy color with the tan leather seats, with the tinted windows, with the system in it. And everywhere I go, people was dropping their drawers. And I'm like, baby, pull your drawers up. Like, it's funny how a car can make a woman just jump over you. So now I think I'm about to get back in the car collection and, you know, buying old school cars and putting rims and tires on them, keeping them clean, putting that candy paint on it. You know, I got to do my research. Who does the best candy paints? Where can I get the best rims and tires? I think I'm about to go that route because I done bought everything I want. I done ate at every state. I done did everything I wanted to do. And I only been in the trucking business for 7 years. Think about it, people. So right now, I just want to just challenge myself just to see, you know, I want to have some projects out here because I'm getting bored now. I'm bringing in money. I done filled my house up with all types of goods and items. I ain't got no more room in my house. I may now have to buy a storage or something to store the rest of because I still got a lot more living to do. So I think I'm going to start building up these old cars, you know, because I be seeing some nice old cars on the side of the road. And they be having like these for sale signs on them. So I'm going to start just to go knock on the door, say, hey, how much you want for that old Chevelle? You know, long as you just get the body, you good. Once you get the body, you get it shipped to the body shop. They tell you the price on how much they want to do these old vehicles. And, you done restored an old car and made it new again. So I think I'm about to go that route. I'm not sure yet. But I be seeing a lot of nice old cars in these junk savage yards and people backyards for sale. And, and I'm looking at this like, bro, I could turn that car around. I could make that car out of a 2023 look. Because, I used to be into cars. Every car I had, they shut the city down. I had cars that, man, I took and flipped it around, put this there, put this here, did this, and it looked like a brand new car. And people spend 30, 40,000, and all you got to do is, do a little bit of, but I'm in the car, so, hey, to each his own. I'm not judging no one. Everybody has a different format on how they do things. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, I think I'm about to get into that. But, guys, once again here at the OG TYE Podcast, we just having great conversation amongst each other. It's 5 a.m. I'm about to go hit this shower. I'm about to go eat me a healthy breakfast. And I'm going to get my day started. So I just want to just touch bases with you guys to tell you we always here at the OG TYE Podcast, we are family. We will get you back reinserted in the hip-hop industry. What you don't know, I don't know. What I don't know, you know. So we can share and we can discuss things amongst each other as a community. And keep each other sharp. Keep each other on their toes. Because the world is getting shorter. We're losing a lot of loved ones. And guys, it's good to hear each other's voice. So I'm not going to hold you guys up. Once again here at the OG TYE Podcast, this is your host, Tyrone Dawson. And I just want to say peace and love. And we are out. Peace.